When I went blind, I was told my life was over and that I could do nothing but live in a retirement community and let my children come by with the grandchildren to visit me once a month to make them feel good for themselves. My name is Jim Paradiso. I'm from the United States. I live here in Loja in southern Ecuador. I went blind in 2013. I've been down here since 2016. The reason that I came to South America was when I went blind, I was told my life was over and that I could do nothing but live in a retirement community and let my children come by with the grandchildren to visit me once a month to make them feel good for themselves. When they told me this was the life that I had looking forward to, I told them that I preferred to live my life on my terms. So I left for South America and spent 3 months traveling Peru, Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands, Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Grand Cayman, and Jamaica. There was only one thing worse than traveling alone, and that's traveling with somebody. After returning to Ecuador, what I did was I took a bus from Manta to meet up with a friend who lived in Vilcabamba. My first time traveling across South America on a bus with no escort. I got as far as Cuenca. I got off the bus, checked into a hotel, and decided what I needed to do to become mobile. First thing you do when you check into a hotel where you don't speak the language and you can't see is try to figure out how to get food. So I would go 1 block from the hotel and then come back, and then go out 2 blocks from the hotel and come back to the first block and keep working my way out in the area from there. When you check into a hotel, you always put a business card in your wallet. This is your get out of jail free card, because you can always yell taxi, show them the card, and it'll drive you back to where you started. So now that you know you can't get lost, you start working your way out 1 block at a time until you actually get a radius of about 6 blocks. After you have that down pat, then you can start expanding out into the city using Google Maps and different technologies to get around. I spent 3 weeks in Cuenca. My friend told me to stay there because he had a surprise for me. He and his girlfriend were coming into Cuenca, and when they got their residency, they got married and they wanted me at their wedding. I went to Loja because I had to stop in Loja to get to Vilcabamba. When I got to Loja, I posted on the Facebook site in Loja, what is there to do for a blind man traveling alone in South America? And I got all kinds of strange hits. And one woman said to me, I have 2 blind women who are learning English and would like to meet with you. So I met them for lunch by the hotel, and we had coffee. And one of them said that they worked for a school for the blind here in Loja. I didn't know there was a school in Loja. She said, would you like to tour the school? So I go to the school and I tour it, and I meet up with the kids, and I fall in love. And after a discussion with the teacher, she said, they had lost their mobility trainer due to a budget cut. And I said, well, can I be your mobility trainer? She said, what are your qualifications? I said, I'm blind, I'm mobile, and I'll work for free. They allowed me to go to the school, meet up with the children. I said, I'll be back in 3 weeks because I have some paperwork to take care of on the coast. And at that point, I moved into an apartment in Loja, and I started volunteering at a school for the blind.
yourself, we in them roaring 20s. Must be them roaring 20s. Say la vie. Yes, indeed.